Hey, hello. Good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad you guys are here today. We've got some fantastic cards for you. These are what I'm kind of calling a designer series paper hidden message card. So these are a lot of fun. I hope that you can see how we kind of stretched our card stock. It's kind of interesting. So it's going to open like this. We got a little box here. There's our hidden message. Of course, we really get to show off that designer series paper, but you notice we're going to show up both sides of the designer series paper. The men need a happy card too. So we've got a great card for them, and that's going to feature the Woven Textures Designer Series paper. Let's go ahead. We're going to bring my friends on who are joining me. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We've got Brenda. Brenda's over on YouTube. She'll be answering your questions there. And then Christina is over on Facebook. And so if you're on Facebook watching us, welcome. We're glad everyone is here. I see Lori is here. I got to put on eyes so I can see these things. There we go. Lori from Arlington, Washington. So glad you're here. And we had Deb and we had Florence and Marcia and Susan. Lots of you guys joining in. Thanks for being here. It's going to be a fun card. Now, we just started, but I want to give everyone an opportunity to get onto the live because, we get that notification and sometimes you're like, I've got to, let the dogs in or go grab my coffee. So we do like to do just a little chatting, giving everyone that opportunity to come on. So not much really going on around here. We are going camping this weekend, which we've said we were going to try to do, I think, for the last 3 weekends, and something has happened and we haven't been able to go. But tonight we're taking the camper up and then we'll go camping tomorrow.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, but it's going to be 92 degrees today. So fall was here and there it went.
We always have a false start fall in Oklahoma.
Well, but we need to let everyone know. See, the state fair started today. And in Oklahoma, the state fair means 1, it's going to be really hot. 2, it's going to pour down rain. I mean, these are a given. And so, but it's going to be 92 today. So I guess we get to set up in the heat, but it'll be set up when we get there tomorrow. So
yeah.
That's fun. That's fun. Yep. So I have to tell you, I'm curious how many people have tried the rub-ons, the metallic rub-ons.
I haven't tried them.
I need to do a video on them.
Oh, they're so fun. So I decided to, I don't know, I don't have a good word for it, but make my kit better. And I don't know if anybody has seen that blue card kit, and I don't know its name because I make up names all the time. And they're never what the name really is.
Of course.
I could probably sell more product if I actually knew the name of a product, but I don't. It's fun. Anyway, this blue card kit, I decided to play with it when I went camping because I always take my kids camping, and I played with these rub-ons. So check that out, you guys.
I think that looks so cool with that blue.
So buy some metallic rub-ons and play with them.
So Lori's asking, what is a metallic rub-on?
Ooh.
And yeah, I don't know if you can grab those. These things are so cool. Lori. Oops, I hit a button. I did not mean to hit that. Okay, that was way too close. These metallic rub-ons, you kind of cut them apart and you can just lay it on your card. Yeah. You just cut that, lay it on your card and use your bone folder or whatever, to kind of rub that metallic off on your cards. They're gorgeous. Yep. Now they're really hidden in the catalog too. I didn't even notice them when the catalog first came out. So
I'm going to put the item number in really quick because
they are, and they come in silver and gold. And I think you get, is it eight sheets?
It's 8 sheets.
Yeah.
4 of gold, 4 of silver, and there's 2 of each design. Yes.
Yeah.
That made sense. But I'm telling you, I've got 4 or 5 packs of these because it's my new favorite embellishment.
I used them on a kit that I gave to Christina. She put it up in our bathroom, and it was one of our kits with the little frame. And I just wanted to dress it up a little bit. I did the same thing. I used the gold and I used those rub-ons in some different places. I put a rub-on on the frame. So, Yeah, you can do these rub-ons in a lot of unique places besides cards.
Yeah.
I will try to get a video done with those, Lori, because I really do think they are cool. I think I just kind of get going and I forget that, hey, these are really awesome. I need to show people how to use them. So
Yep.
I'm so excited. We have Lorraine from Scotland, and Anna is here from France.
Oh,
right?
fun.
I mean, it's so cool. It is so awesome. And, we talked about it in the newsletter this month of how, here we are, we're from all over the world, yet we can all come together with paper crafting. I love that.
I do too. And it's we need community.
Yeah.
We need our community.
I wish we could just put everybody on, we have like everyone out there and we could just put everyone on, but that might get a little crazy. So Judy from Central Pennsylvania is here. Hi, Judy. Well, I'll tell you what, my friends, shall we jump in and get started?
Yes,
we shall. I will let you know. I had a couple people comment over here on Facebook that they are having trouble accessing on YouTube, and I pulled up your YouTube on my phone and it's not showing live. So Brenda, are you having any issues over on YouTube by any chance?
I don't think I am. I can see us right now, and it's honey. It shows you're enlisted.
Okay, I'm gonna go fix that right now.
That'll do it.
Why are
I was like, we usually have a whole lot more people on here. Let me go fix that. I'm so sorry, friends. Yeah, it is showing unlisted.
That's okay. I'm glad we got it figured out before we started making cards.
Let's go public. I wonder if people will get the notification.
I will tell you.
Someone let me know. Oh, I got to hit save. Hold on.
Yes.
Hit save. Okay, it is saved. Oh, so sorry, guys. I better make sure I start checking that. So,
and I just got the notification. We are back up on YouTube.
We are. Okay, we're back. Okay. So, my friends, my apologies for those of you that just got the notification that we're live. Susan says, I had to find you today by your weekly update email. I am so sorry. Diane says, now I got the notification from YouTube. Diane, thank you. That helps me a ton. So if you're just now joining us, guys, the video was unlisted. I forgot to make it public. Sorry. This happens.
Okay,
There's so many. Now. I mean, you have no idea when we go to make a video, all the different places we have to do things. I just missed one.
We just saw how many people are reading the newsletter.
Yeah. Well, and now the people who are on the live just doubled. So
it's like, look at all
the people.
It is.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, we just had a little snafu. That's on me. Sorry about that.
I'm going to make a note just so we remember that. I'm going to put it on a Post-it. It happens.
It does. I know. Like I said, there are just so many different places we have to, make notifications and add things.
There's all kinds of people now.
Yeah. That's why I said we've more than doubled what we had when we started. I thought something seemed wrong, but all right. Well, I am so excited because Laurie is here from Scotland for her first ever live. I'm so happy you're here. And Judy's here. All right, guys. Again, my sincere apologies for not having that link going live, but we're all good now. So, all right, shall we jump in?
Yes.
Let's jump in.
And for some of you who have just jumped in, you're just now going to see the cards. But that happens. Okay, here we go, friends. So these are what I'm calling designer series paper hidden message cards. And these are so much fun. It's a great way to showcase both sides of your designer series paper. There's our hidden message. This card stands up really nice. And, because it's got kind of this little box here on the side, it's just really cool. I really like this. We have one for the girls and one for the guys. We need those cards for the guys. And so we're going to go ahead and jump in. We're going to start with this card. Friends, before I go over the supplies and the measurements, make sure that you go over to simplysimplestamping.com. It won't be up for about another 35 minutes or so when the post goes live. But this is the free download that you can print off if you want to recreate the cards. So you'll have your supply list, you'll have your measurements for both cards, photos. You can click right here or scan the QR code. Either one will get you back to this video. So if you need that tutorial, that's in a video form. And if you like the products that I use today, well, here's a beautiful visual of everything I'm using. And if you're in the United States, friends, I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you'll just click that link, it'll take you to my online store, and that's where you'll see all of these items. You can order what you need there. Thank you for your support of the channel. I appreciate that. Well, let's jump in with our first card. I love this. It's okay if all you did today was breathe. I think we can all relate, even when your brain tells you otherwise. What a beautiful card of support. So let's go ahead and jump in. I'm going to start with a piece of Highland Heather. This is 6.5 inches by 5.5 inches. And I have that scored at 2 1/4. This is your card base. And yep, it's a little odd, right? Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring in a piece of fresh freesia. And this is a 4 by 5 1/4. And we're going to add this here to the inside. I'm really excited to teach you what I'm going to do here because I kind of like this card. It kind of is going to look like it extends. That probably doesn't make much sense just yet. It will here in a minute. Okay, I've got another piece of fresh freesia, 2 1/8 by 5 1/4. And this part's important. Okay, I'm going to fold the flap. And, you know, you'd think we're going to center it, but we're not. We're going to go right up against the Highland Heather. Okay, so now it kind of looks like I've got one big piece, right? All right, so that's that one. Let's bring in our next piece. And we're going to come back in with Highland Heather. And this is a 2 1/8. Oh, I'm sorry. Forgive me. Let me look at the right thing. 3 by 4 1/4. I'm like, what measurement are you looking at, Connie? All right. This one, we want to really take our time and do our very best to center that in our card. I'm not going to press it down really hard just in case I need to move it around. And I'm going to bring in another piece of Highland Heather. And this one is a 1 3/4 by 4 1/4. And just like we added this one, we're now going to kind of repeat that. So now we want our our Highland Heather to kind of look like it's extended. All right. Okay. I think I'm good with that. We're good to go. Time to bring in our designer series paper. So for mine, I'm going to use the Florals in Bloom. And you can use whatever you want to score. I'm going to go ahead and use my Simply Scored board. Now, when you score this is important, and it's in the download. You want your pattern, the design that you want to be the main feature. You want it face up, okay? You also want this to be in landscape mode. If your paper doesn't have a pattern, you're fine, okay? And any way is good. But you see my flowers, I want them to bloom up, not sideways. So just make sure when you cut it, that is going to be, what have we got? 10 1/2 by 4. 10 1/2 by 4. So again, the pattern that you want to be your main feature, you want that face up. We are going to score this at 1 5/8. I got to look at my numbers. 2 3/4. 5 3/8. And our last one is 8 inches. Okay. So that was 1 5/8, 2 3/4, 5 3/8, and 8 inches. Okay. We're going to just put that behind us. Now we're going to do our folding here. When you crease this with your bone folder, please be gentle. Designer series paper is not as thick as cardstock. So now when we get to this last one, this one's actually the one on the end is going to fold over. okay? Because it's going to look something like that. Don't worry about it. It's all good. All right, we are ready to add this to our card. Friends, this card goes together so fast. Okay, we're going to start by adding the piece right here in the middle. So what I'm going to do, let me make sure I got this right. So pattern, pretty side up. We have panels 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to go with panel 4 because remember, this is the hidden message part. So pattern or panel 4, and that's going to adhere onto that Highland heather. Okay. And so we just want adhesive on panel 4. All right. Now this one, it can be a little tricky to adhere this down because it's not going to be perfectly centered left to right and top and bottom. Top and bottom is easy to see. Left and right, let me see if you can kind of see. We have a little bit more here and here than we have at the top and the bottom, but that's okay because this is what we're about to do. Let me show you that again. So we've adhered that down. This is our hidden message. Let's fold all of this back. Then our little flap here on the side, and we're going to add the first panel. Now the first panel, just go right along the score line, okay? Right along that score line. Close your card, fold it over. That's all there is to it. Pretty easy, right? I love that. Okay, time to do stamping. Boy, that went fast. We're going to use the Love and Strength stamp set. We're really focusing on the sentiments, but I loved this heart. Remember, it was a card of encouragement and a Highland Heather ink pad. Let's bring in, I've got 2 pieces of basic white. This is for the front, and this is a 1.5 by 2.5. This one is a 2 3/8 by 3 3/4. Okay, Highland Heather, here we go. So on the front of our card, so it's going to be this one here. We will stamp, it's okay if all you did today was breathe. And then we'll add the heart. This is for the inside. This is where you're going to write your message. So we will simply say, even when your brain tells you otherwise. Yeah, it's a really great card. Really good stamp set too. I decided to color in my heart, so I'm going to do it with a Fresh Freesia Light, okay? I'm not doing any fancy blending on this, okay? You can, but you know, sometimes I just want it simple, and I thought that worked perfect. So, okay, let me go ahead. I think I'll go ahead and add this one to the inside. There's no right or wrong when it comes to putting this part together. So that's not the right card. Sorry. All right, let's try that again. We'll add this to the inside. And if you wanted to add another piece of Highland Heather underneath it, you could, if you wanted to have that layer. So if you wanted to do that, you would just make this 2 5/8 by 4. The Highland Heather to go underneath. So yeah, whatever you want. So let's go ahead and close that up. And we're going to go ahead and add this last piece. This is the last piece of Highland Heather, 1 3/4 by 2 3/4. Now, I know on camera, it's probably really hard to see. When you're making this card, you're going to be able to see it. There is that score line. I don't want my adhesive to go past that score line because you don't want to adhere all this down because then your card won't open. Sad, sad face. We don't want to do that. So let's make sure our adhesive is only over on the left side. Okay. Center that up. You know, I can see right there, there's no adhesive, so I know I'm good. We can add our greeting here, greeting of encouragement. We'll add that there. Let's add a little pretty fresh freesia bow. This is the faux velvet. I love that. I don't know. Do you guys remember that velvet wallpaper? My next door neighbor had velvet wallpaper. And I remember I was little kid, maybe like 4 or 5. And I remember going over to her house and just touching her wallpaper. Yeah, I always like that. I'm going to press that onto a mini glue dot. What?
I want velvet wallpaper for my house.
Is it making a comeback?
If it's not, I want to be the one to bring it back.
Okay. All right. Gotcha.
Make the walls more touchable in 2025.
We love velvet wallpaper. Guys, that's all there is to it. I mean, that card really goes together fast. And so if you've got a stash of designer series paper, this is the card for you. Because remember, we used 4 inches. So you could make 3 of these cards from one sheet of 12 by 12. Okay. I love that. All right. That is card number 1. Christina, will you show off our members while I prep for card number 2? Oh, we need to unmute you.
I would love to, as it slowly loads in the weirdest way. Okay, here we go. Now we're ready. So we want to thank all of our YouTube members, our Simply Simple supporters who are willing to just support us. We so appreciate you. We love our Funfold friends. You guys get access to our free downloads with the measurements and the diagrams. And then, of course, we have our Fancy Fold fanatics. They get the full written tutorial. They get the special social hour live. We had our happy hour live with all of our members the other night, and I was so sad I did not get to be there, but I heard it was a blast.
It was. We made this really awesome 5-panel pop-out card. So, hey, give me a shout out for those of you that were on our live or you watched the replay. Yeah, it's a really fun card.
I was there for social hour. I was there for the card, and we had so much fun.
It was a blast. It was a blast.
Just a total walk down memory lane for Connie and I. So it was fun. I people got a peek inside of what makes us tick, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, right. You heard our camping stories. Yeah. But this is what we do while we're crafting, because on those lives, we literally create together, nice and slow. We're going through each step. We're doing the scoring together. Yeah. So it's a great way to tackle those over the top fancy fun folds. So yeah, if you want to read about it, just go to the join button. It's next to the subscribe button, and you can read about it, and hey, try it out. Try it out. You can do to get onto those lives, be a fun fold friend or a fancy fold fanatic. I think it's $4.99.
Real quick, Mom.
So
our dear sweet karaoke legend friend Bruno Bertucci is on the live today. Hi, Bruno.
Friend, how good to see you.
We need to do karaoke soon.
We do. Bruno's a really good friend of ours. He and his wife are demonstrators in Australia. And we've been on many, many trips together. And yeah, a little embarrassing karaoke. Because I remember I wanted to do Friends in Low Places. And Bruno said, I don't know that song. And I'm like, but he's not in America. He doesn't know and love Garth the way we know and love Garth. So hi, Bruno. Glad you're here. Well, you're just in time. We're going to do a mail card. We're going to do a card for the guys. So glad you're here, Bruno. Let's move things over and let's get going here on our next card, Secret C. How many of you are crazy in love with Secret C? It's my new favorite blue. This again, 6.5 by 5.5. We've scored at 2 1/4. That's going to create our card base. I've got a piece of crumb cake, which looks gorgeous with Secret C. 4 by 5 1/4. We'll add that to the inside. Now here on the outside, I've got another piece of crumb cake. And this one is a 4. No, forgive me. This is a 2 1/8 by 5 1/4. And just a little refresher, we're going to go right up the edge, right along that edge. Okay, right there. So that it kind of looks like one continuous piece. Okay, time to add some layers. Here is my secret C. This is going to be the layer for the actual pop out. And this is the 3 by 4 1/4. And sometimes, like I said before, I just like to lightly press it in case I need to move it. Okay. Yeah, I feel like it needs to go up just the tiniest bit higher. Okay. Another piece of secret C. Remember, this card, it's all about kind of these layers coming together and looking like they're all conjoined. Okay. So this one, just like we did with that crumb cake, line it up right on the edge. Okay, simple, simple. Let's bring in our designer series paper, woven textures. This one is great for the guys. So this is the pattern that I want to show. So remember, we want the pattern side of our designer series paper facing up. This one doesn't have a direction, so it really doesn't matter what end I use. So whatever works for you. Going over those measurements one more time, friends, we are going to go 1 5/8, 2 3/4, 5 3/8, and 8 inches. Okay, scoring done. And let's go ahead and start to give these a fold. So I'm going to kind of work backwards, I guess. Doesn't really matter. But we're going to fold those in, and then this is the outside. All right. Don't worry if you didn't fold it right, because it'll all come together in the end. Let's open up our card. And remember, we had panels 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We want adhesive on the back of panel 4, just on panel 4. And remember what I told you, top to bottom, it's going to be perfectly centered, but side to side, you're going to have a little bit of extra room. By the way, if you're wondering why did you cut it that way, Connie? It was just a little bit easier. And I wanted to make sure, see, I'm a little crooked there. We need to do a little adjusting. This is why I said sometimes you need to do a little adjusting. So let's adjust. I think I'm going to adjust the paper rather than try to adjust that. Just a smidge. I think that's going to probably be better. Yep, that's going to work. Okay. So when you're happy with that, giving that a press, do you love this paper, this realistic paper? Now, when we add this panel 1, we only want to put adhesive on panel 1. So you can see your score line right there. And here's another little trick. So you know how I said I didn't quite get it as straight as I wanted? I'm going to straighten it up right there and see how that's a little wonky. Not anymore. Ta-da. All right. So yeah, if you need to kind of straighten things out, you can. Stamping time. Stamping time. We're going to use You Are Remarkable. I thought this was a really good one. We're not going to use the flowers, of course, but the sentiments were great. So let's bring in, I have got a Secret C, and we're going to bring in, this time we're going to use Very Vanilla. And we are going to stamp. Just a reminder, these are the same as the first card, but it is a 1.5 by 2.5. And that is our greeting for the front. So we'll put our great big greeting right there. And now for the inside of our card. And you can put this wherever you want. Like for guys, I don't think they want a lot of mushy stuff in their cards. If so, you can write really tiny and you can do that. And you know, now that I think about it, totally off the top of my head, but what if this was an additional card and you just doubled that and just made it a card instead? So yeah, if you wanted to decorate it a little bit more and more room to write, you could do that. That would be fun. I love when I come up with the ideas after I'm live. All right, we're going to add that to the middle of our card. Remember, if you wanted to add a layer of secrecy there, you could. There's that score line that we want to avoid when we add our last piece of secrecy. This is the 1 3/4 by 2.5. So just put your adhesive here on the left side, flip it over, center that up. Okay, no adhesive there. That's what we want. We're going to add our greeting to the front. And then I don't typically like bows on a men's card. So I look at this. I think it looks like a little bow tie. I created just a tiny little knot with the secrecy textured, right? Textured. No, faux linen. Forgive me. I knew that didn't sound right. I'm going to press that one onto a mini glue dot. And we're going to add that up at the top. I think that looks really great. Like I said, I kind of like the little bow tie look. And there is our hidden panel. Friends, I'm telling you, you can make 3 cards from one piece of 12 by 12. We love that. And these cards, they go together really fast. I mean, we just made these 2 cards. And keep in mind, we kind of got a tiny bit of a late start. So I think you could easily make these in about 10 minutes, really. If you have everything ready to go, it's probably going to take you 5. So I hope you guys will give these a try. Brenda said the bow tie is so cute. Thanks. I think so too. Linda says she's used this paper on her grandson's birthday card, and his birthday's today. Don't we love sending those birthday cards to the grands? So awesome. And let's see. Oh, Linda, whoops, sorry. I'm like hitting buttons that now I can't see. She's cleaning while it's cool outside, girl. I get that. Let's see. And Nan says secrecy rocks. I agree 100%. Now this card, I think I showed you guys that, yeah, they are easily going to stand up because I know that's important, right? We want cards that stand, and those will be able to be very mantle worthy. So remember to go grab your free download over at simplysimplestamping.com. Look for the September 11th, 2025 blog post. If you're watching live, Brenda's going to have the link to the free download. You can grab that too. I love sharing those with you. Remember, if you prefer diagrams and written instructions, go check out the YouTube membership, because there's an opportunity that all my videos that you'll have, if you're a Funfold fanatic, or sorry, Funfold friend, you get the diagrams. And if you're a Fancy Fold fanatic, you get the diagrams and the written instructions. So if you prefer to have those written instructions, that one's for you. I share 8 times a month on the channel, so you'll have those. And then when we do our over-the-top amazing Funfold card together, you'll get that as well, along with, you know, your diagrams and the written instructions. So all right, friends, thank you all so much for being here.
Hey, Connie,
yeah,
will you share the night we're doing the kit?
The kit. So we are going to do a kit together. We're going to let's get together. Yeah. I hope I don't have to pay royalties because I sang that. Anyway, we are going to do that on September 23rd. That's a Tuesday night. It'll be at 6:30 Central Time. We're going to do a kit together. I'm going to be doing the paper bouquet. But you don't have to have that kit. I mean, if you want to do it along with me, great. Bring it. If you have another kit you're working on, great, bring that. If you don't have a kit, go grab whatever you're working on and bring that. It's just going to be a fun night, just crafting, sharing, laughing together. You know, and I know even sometimes when we do our other lives, people go, you know, I just like to kick back and watch you. And I go and I make it later. I love that, because they want to be able to read the comments and hear what everyone's talking about. So yeah, September 23rd, 6:30 p.m. Central Time. We're going to be, I'm going to give my best shot for the paper bouquet. And I've heard people say it's very simple. So I'm not going to lie. I'm probably going to put together like 3 of the flowers or so. I think there's 3 or 4 different ones. I'm going to put them together beforehand, so I make sure I teach you correctly. So yeah, I hope that you guys can join us for that. By the way, let me say this. The kit together night is for the Simply Simple supporters. It's for everybody. It's for all 3 tiers of the membership. All of you guys that are in the membership, you're all invited to the Kit Together. So that way our supporters get to come in and have some fun too. So, all right, friends. Well, I'm going to get ready to go camping. So, and let me just, in case you don't know, I don't camp in a tent. Oh, nay. I am a glamper. I have an RV. I love to spend my beautiful days in the woods, sitting on a really comfortable couch, watching TV and eating microwave popcorn. So yeah, we're just going to go and relax. And we haven't had much camping time. So I'm really looking forward to that. I hope you have a fantastic weekend lined up. Enjoy. Go do something fun for yourself. Hey, here's an idea. Make these cards and send it to a friend. I'm telling you what, the best use of that postage stamp is to know you made somebody smile, right? I hope you smiled today. If you did, give me a thumbs up on YouTube. Consider subscribing if you haven't subscribed to the channel. And friends, we will see you on the next video next week. So love you guys. Bye-bye.